Hello, ladies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miriam, your girl, and I am super excited to have you back on my channel. So, in today's video, I will be sharing with you something that I find very interesting about Nigerian men in diaspora. That is, those living abroad. So, ladies, you know how I've always told you about Nigerian men, how our men will usually not do anything like house chores, like cooking, generally, our men do not do house chores, do not do cookings, laundry, or whatever it is that is done at home. They are built to, make money, you know, fall in love, take care of their families. They're built for those kind of things, not for the home. But let me bust your bubbles. So surprisingly, leaving Nigeria and coming abroad, now I see that there is something different in the men who live abroad. I can actually see that the Nigerian men who live abroad are way different from the Nigerian men who are in Nigeria. Okay, so this is not to say that in Nigeria you will not find men who sometimes do house chores, help their wives out, and do some things just to help. But that will be just helping her because they really want to help, and it will not be a regular thing. But coming out abroad now, you begin to see that there is a different story altogether. And I think I know where this might be coming from because, life abroad is different. And for all those Nigerians, my brothers and sisters who think that life abroad is easy, for all those people back home who actually think that abroad you get things easily, let me tell you the truth. That's not true. Things are way easier back home than they are abroad. Yes, like cost of living, how much you have to spend to get a certain kind of thing. Like things are way easier back home. It's a different story back here. In this place, you need to work. You need to work your ass off for you to make money. And when you make the money, there's a lot of bills to pay. So this is just for my fellow Nigerians back home. Those money that your family or your family members send down to you, they were made in sweat. In sweat. So you need to begin to appreciate every dime you get from them because believe me, it's not easy. So back to what I was saying. So coming abroad, I've come to notice that Nigerian men actually change. And they change because of the lifestyle abroad. And they change because of what or the circumstance in which they find themselves in. For example, a Nigerian man goes abroad, he goes to hustle. He's alone, he's hustling, making his money. Now, that Nigerian man will not understand this the point that I am trying to make. Or maybe he will understand. But what I'm saying in essence is it's actually very difficult for couples who live abroad to manage. Yes, it is actually easier for a single person abroad to manage because you do not need to pay for much. You could actually live in a shared apartment. You could actually even share your room with someone if the worst comes to the worst. And not even when the worst comes to the worst, a lot of people live in shared rooms abroad. So now, coming with your family, getting your flat, living with your family, you see that the responsibilities are so much. And two, only one person may not be able to manage. Therefore, the husband and the wife they begin to work. So now the husband is working and the wife is working. So what happens now to the house? What happens now to the house chores? Okay, now I will tell you all I've been beating about the bush for. The fact is, that Nigerian men abroad are more into helping their wives more than Nigerian men at home. And this is simply because their wives are working and they are working. And these women go through as much stress as they go through. So they understand the feeling and they begin to help. It is in abroad that I see men actually take care of kids, actually do the laundry, although they don't wash by hands, just have that in mind. It's by the machine. But still, it gets done. They actually do dishes without complaining. And this is because sometimes they do not even have their wives there to do those things for them. They do not have their wives there to perform it because their wives are also at work. So now they have come to this new realization that we have to work hand in hand if we must survive this country. We have to work hand in hand if we must be a family in peace and unity. We have to work hand in hand if we want the progress of our families, of our family. So they begin to walk hand in hand because they know that that's the only way that they can actually manage to survive all that is happening. So then you see husbands helping out their wives. You see wives also helping out their husbands. Like it's vice versa. Yes, we're partners. We should help each other. It doesn't matter. So you help me and I help you. You help me with the house chores, which you think is supposed to be my job, and I help you with also going out to work and bringing in some funds so that we can both move the family forward. So, in essence, sisters and brothers, I'm saying the Nigerian men abroad have now opened up their heart to the possibilities of actually doing house chores. Not house chores per se, like the wife does the most important, like house chores, but they do. Like they do. They help out their wives. I've seen lots of families. I'm telling you, I'm not just here sitting and talking. I'm here telling you about life experiences that I have. I'm also married and I'm here. And I know how much my husband helps me. I know how much he helps me. Because, come to think about it, you go to work, you spend almost 11 hours out of your home, and you come back home. So, if you were trying to be that man who doesn't want to help his wife, who expects the wife to still be a wife even after going to work, it means that you want to kill that woman. So, brothers, sisters, this is the in thing, this is a new thing. And I encourage you, my Nigerian man, wherever you are, things are changing. You have to start to adapt. It doesn't really matter. Okay, see, I know for a fact that Nigerian culture made the men to actually feel like they are not supposed to do house chores. But come on, think about it. This culture were made when women stayed at home. This culture or tradition or whatever They were all made when women were housewives. So she sits at home, the man goes out to fend. He goes to make money. And because the wife is at home and is a stay at home mom or mother, she has the time and the energy to cook, to wash, to clean, to do everything that needs to be done. But turn it around, and this woman now goes to work the same way that you do. Not for herself, but for the family, to help the family. So you are bringing in for your family, and she's also bringing in for the family too. So both of you are taking the responsibility to take care of your family. So I think it has come to that point in time where men, that is Nigerian men, will sit down and think about these things and say, you know what? Even in Nigeria, women are working now. Most women are also working. Not every day do you see a woman who stays at home 247. So I think it is time or high time that we change that, that thinking, that belief, that mindset that a woman has to do everything. Is even more worse when a woman goes to work and comes back, and you, the man, still expect her to do the house chores. For Christ's sake, do you want her to leave or do you want her to die? Because if she dies, no one is gonna help you, and you're gonna do both providing for your family, that is, if you have kids, and whatever it is that needs to be done, except you get another wife. But anyway, that's if you manage. Okay, so I think you guys should open your mind, open up your heart, open up your mind to the possibility that we are partners. Not saying that we are equals, no, just saying we are partners, and partnership is something that is done by two people who are in agreement of whatever it is that they are embarking on. And I believe that when we, the women, said, I do, to the men, we agreed to the partnership of marriage. We didn't sign any contract to come and become maids at home. So, inasmuch as we are in the house and doing what we need to do, inasmuch as we are your wives and also working. See, I can understand if I'm not working. If, for example, I decide to stop working today and own a business that I run and can go whenever I want to, or I'm doing something online, I will not need help of my husband. Except he offers sometimes out of kindness of his heart. But if, because come to think about it, you see a woman stay at home for few days and she doesn't go to work and she carries on like the woman that she's supposed to be. She does all the house chores, she does everything like she's supposed to do. But the moment she goes to work, it's totally so, draining, that you finish up from work and anyone would expect you to come back home and start doing house chores. When I get back home, I want to take my shower, eat, wait for that food to digest by playing with my phone, and then go to bed. If anything needs to be done, it should be something very light, like warming the food. Something very light. So, this is just to share with you that my Nigerian brothers who are at home, who think that helping a woman is not something attainable. Your brothers are doing it abroad and they're living happily and they're okay and they're happy with themselves because it is a partnership. that they agreed to. And that woman is a helpmate. She's helping him. So instead of him bringing in all the money, she's also helping to lessen the load or whatever it is that he's shouldering. And I think that is what a good woman does to reduce the load of her husband. So if you, as a husband, cannot also be a good man by reducing the load of your wife who's also doing the same to you, then what is there to say? So, but actually, I just wanted to share this with you. Nigerian men have changed. They have really changed, especially those abroad. They do help their wives. They do. They do house chores. Sometimes I come back home and my husband surprises me with a plate of nice food, especially those things he can prepare that are quite easy, like noodles, fried plantain, white rice. Of course, I already made stew. See, when I talk about help, it doesn't mean like the man will start to cook something like serious. Most importantly, on my off day, I make it as a point to make my pot of soup or pot of stew. So whatever needs to be done is just something light. Boil rice, which I do in the morning. You know, Fry plantain with pap or with oats. Like these are very little things. And if he's hungry, he knows exactly how to get food. So, ladies, just in case you're wondering, I know we have Nigerian men who are very traditional, and even though they stay abroad, they still want the woman to be a woman, even when she goes to work. But that is suicide. Any woman who indulges in that, I don't know how you're gonna survive it. You should tell him, honey, you know what? I need a break. I just came from work and I think I need rest. You're hungry, I understand. But the food is right there in the fridge. Could you please be a darling and dish some so that your darling wife can have a good rest? And I think that's what you need to do if you have that kind of man. So, ladies, that's just it. Like I told you, I'm in a very chatty mood these days, and I want to chat and share whatever it is that I think I should share about Nigerian lifestyle with you. So, this is it. This is all I have for you today. So, in my usual manner, to have a happy day, to have a lovely day, stay happy, stay blessed, and bye bye.